Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Two of Pentacles. You do very well with change. I feel like you handle change very well, but it's better if it's in kind of an expected degree of tolerance. You know, that you'll accept some fluctuation, you'll accept the waves of the ocean as long as we know that our ship can handle it, right? So if something really unexpected happens, we like to be prepared, okay? The Two of Pentacles is a card of change. It is a card of harmonious change. I think that you are in the process of making a lot of little changes in your life, you know? That there's just a focus on just making the right choices, making healthy choices, okay? And, of course, who gets to decide these? Well, you do. You're trusting your intuition. You're allowing the kind of natural flow of energy to guide you. In other words, we eat some food and it doesn't agree with us. So then we kind of know, well, next time, maybe I'll make a different choice. You know, it's just because some foods, like there's some foods I don't really eat, right? Because I get that heartburn stuff. And it's just knowing this about yourself, having the awareness to see how things affect you. I made this choice. I took a risk. I did this thing. Didn't like it. Didn't work out for me. I'm going to remember that. And next time, I'm going to make a different choice, a choice that is going to hopefully be more productive, more geared toward the life I want, right? So I think you're in a period of time right now where you're doing a lot of these little changes. You're trying to just make small adjustments to your life in order to live a happier, healthier, more fulfilled, and more meaningful existence, you know? Let's look at more cards. I have a suspicion about this that I don't want to say yet, but let's see what the next card is. Okay, that's good. The Prince of Pentacles, the builder, right? And so to me, this is really about you building up the best version of yourself. And this might really be more of a health and wellness kind of thing than anything else, really, right? It could be financial. It could be making the right choices as far as where we spend our money, how we spend our money, you know, and learning how to spend our money on things that really improve our lives, that add to the richness and value and the meaning of our lives, right? We could be talking about something related to our healthfulness, our well-being, yeah. Our positive enjoyment of the world around us. But this is the card of the builder, okay? You're trying to build up this life, I think, piece by piece, you know, board by board, nail by nail. You're trying to build up the best life, right? We're kind of taking that Two of Pentacles and we realize that our best, you know, our 10 of Pentacles life, our best life, our ideal life is built one brick at a time, right? One step at a time. It's slowly. It's really, for you right now, an awareness that the greatest changes of life, the big, like, astronomical changes in life are accomplished step by step. It's the small things. It's the little things done day by day as routine, building it into a habit. Those kinds of activities lead us to the biggest results. It's not like I just have to make one really big sale to get all the money and then I'm done. It's kind of like I'm just working day by day, saving what I can, building things up in a very, very prudent and cautious kind of way. Okay? But you're in the process of working toward your best life. I'd like to see a 10 of Pentacles here somewhere. Oh, we've got the universe. The universe, I think, is talking about, see, this is the universe card and it's the world card. It used to be called the world. In the Thoth deck, it's called the universe, right? It's kind of expanding our horizons. So in a way, this card is about you figuring out, what is your best life? What is it that you want, right? I don't think we're going to get the 10 of Pentacles because I don't know for sure that you have those details yet. You're doing these things day by day. We're trying to make healthy choices, wise and responsible choices in every area of our life to build up the best version of ourselves, to reach our ideal life. But I don't think we really have a clear picture of exactly what that means. You know, I want to have, this many muscles. I want to have this much money in the bank. We don't have that number, but we know we're working and we're building up towards something. And maybe for you, there isn't really a set goal, a set destination. Maybe it's not like, I want $1 million in the bank. I'm going to do it $1 at a time every day. Maybe it's just, I'm going to do it $1 a day every day. I don't have an end. I'm just going to keep doing it. And I think that this is a very wise approach to both, health and wealth, right? Not having a particular number, but a particular goal, but just working consistently over time, grow it as big as we can, get as healthy as we can, right? Why there's no, I reached my weight goal and now I can just do whatever I want. Or I have a certain, amount of money in the bank and now I can just, spend it. So I feel like you've got a very wise approach to life. I feel also that we have to have some sort of incremental goals. We have to have short-term goals, perhaps. Maybe the long-term goal is just kind of hazy still. Maybe we need the short-term goals, okay? But the universe card, going from the world to the universe, it's an order of magnitude. It is huge, right? Think of our little world. And we think of the infinite world outside of us. So this is a card about expanding our horizons. This is a card that says, we're acting kind of locally, step by step with these small things. Maybe we need to start thinking about those really huge steps too. Expanding our prospects. It's kind of like you're shooting for a target. Here on Earth, no, shoot for the stars. Maybe we need to aim higher for something. Maybe we need to think on a larger scale for something. Let's keep going with our cards and see where we end up. But I feel like this universe card is going to be very significant. Now we got more Earth energy. More Earth energy. And this is the Capricorn. This is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is the card that typically has the vision of the future. This is the card that can see the 10 of Pentacles. What I always say about the Knight of Pentacles is looking at the 10, right? This is the card that can see all the details of the future, who you are, where you are, and what you're doing 5, 10 years, 20 years down the road. This can see the long-term goals. And it's in the past position. So it's leading me to believe that, one time you had, and maybe you still do have a clear vision of what your end goal is. Or maybe at one time you did. But I feel right now we're not really worried about that. Or if we are, it's in the sense that maybe we've been thinking too small. Maybe as you make progress with this day-to-day, step-by-step, this routine, right? And it kind of feels like an infinite moment. It's just like every day I'm just contributing. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm making positive choices. Every day I'm consistent. I'm showing up every day. It's incremental. It's little by little every day. That's what's going to make the big thing happen, right? Maybe in that process you're realizing that, hey, the goal that I had at once upon a time, maybe yesterday or last week or last year, what I wanted, maybe now you've already surpassed that. maybe it's time to reevaluate what we think we're capable of, you know? I feel like you've already surpassed some sort of goal, and now the Knight of Pentacles is looking at the infinite universe and thinking, I have infinite potential. I can do anything. I was thinking so small. Now you're starting to think infinitely, right? Let's see what's up above everything. An ace, yeah. Ace of Pentacles. So maybe this is the beginning of a new projection for you. And this could be the ace. This could be like the summit of the mountain, right? And now we're realizing that, well, we don't have to stop at, there's not a particular goal. That this is a mountain that every time you get to a certain level, you just kind of have this experience of like, there's still more mountain to climb. I can keep going if I want, So I think that there is, and this is a lot of earth energy. This is crazy. This is all earth energy. Even the world or universe card is earth. Earth, earth, earth. It's all earth. This is unbelievable. Let's do the future card and see what we have. Okay, not earth. Okay. Full moon, actually. High priestess, intuition, an increase. There's a light that is growing in your kind of psychic energy. And I think really this is the light of gnosis. This is the light of trusting in yourself, knowing that you're not limited by, you're not limited at all by anything. So this vision of the world that we had, this world that you've been building with the builder card, right, the Prince of Pentacles, is just too small. That now you are, maybe we have to revisit the plans that we've had, and I think that's why the Knight of Pentacles is in the past position, because it's kind of like we've outgrown the world already. Yeah. So I think you're a lot of earth energy. I think you're involved in something, like I said, it's physical, it's financial, it's health, it's wealth. I think you're realizing that you need to kind of draw up some larger plans, that we're going to need a bigger boat here, okay? And the High Priestess, I think, is your kind of your spiritual vision. You're being led not really by the Knight of Pentacles anymore, not by this very practical vision of the long-term goals, but now it's this divine energy that's leading you forward. And I think showing you that there's really infinite potential here. Okay, and this is pretty amazing. I want to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us our confirmation. If at any point during this reading you feel like you know what it is, drop your prediction in the comments down below. Okay? Now we're going to talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free. And it really helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. All right. General energy, path of the serpent. We've got the imagination. We've got the Princess of Cups. The Princess of Cups is your perception of signs and symbols and synchronicities. It's your ability to see what the universe is showing you. Okay? And it's kind of the card of dreams. It's the card of kind of lifelong fantasies, childhood dreams and wishes and aspirations. I think you're being shown a vision. Between these two cards, I think you're being shown a vision of the future that you can have. You're being shown the vision of a life beyond all this earth energy, beyond this terrestrial sphere, this practical accomplishment. You're being told not to aim for the horizontal target, but aim for the stars. Yeah. And which, after all, the star is your card, right, in the tarot. It's the card that rules the sign of Aquarius. I feel like you're being shown the possibility of you really achieving something that you've always dreamed of. And maybe there's been a lot of dreams and hopes and wishes and aspirations that practical side of you said, well, I'm just going to aim for, what's right here on this horizontal plane that I can attain. And we had these very practical goals. Maybe you were raised by very practical people, and that's kind of what we've learned. But you have these dreams. You have this very vivid imagination. You are the sign that is kind of the innovator. You're kind of that spiritual scientist in a way, right? You're the one that kind of takes what is working here on earth and you can kind of transmute it into something spiritual. And maybe that's part of this too, is taking some of this very practical, very good energy that you have, the builder, the making positive choices, always being proactive, all of these skills that you have. Maybe you're taking these and you're applying them now to something that is a little less tangible, a little less certain, a little bit more ethereal, right? This is just kind of that dream world that you have. And the Princess of Cups cannot be any different than the Knight of Pentacles. Very practical. I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking long term. I know what I want in 5 or 10 years, so therefore I know what I need to do today, which is this stuff, in order to get that. Very good, very practical. The Princess of Cups is thinking outside of linear time, has no idea of past, present, and future, has no idea of what's real and what's not real. Everything is imagination for the Princess of Cups. So this is somebody that really lives in their fantasies, lives in their dreams, and to them it's completely real. Okay, so this is that side of you that it can have these dreams of mythical creatures, and then you go and find one in the real world. Like there is just this ability to crystallize those aspects of our imagination. Now, what does that mythical creature actually symbolize? I don't know. I'm not a psychotherapist. I'm not a dream analyst or anything. But I feel like you have a very rich imagination that is starting to come to the surface again. It's starting to kind of poke through all of this very practical earth energy. And it's very interesting that we have all of this earth, and then here's that divine light, that high priestess that's just breaking through the cracks, breaking through the dirt, and just kind of forcing its way out of all this practical energy. This is a part of you that you cannot deny, right? Being led by spirit, being led to the fulfillment of what I feel are some very important dreams to you. Yeah, it's part of your, the Seven of Swords. It's part of your makeup, this Princess of Cups. It's kind of the inner child, and this is our inner adult, okay? And the Seven of Swords in the position of the environment, well, it's not an easy shift, right? There's that part of you, and maybe that part of you is also reinforced and encouraged by family and friends, or by upbringing and parents and whatever, to stay on that straight and narrow path, to continue on that practical course. You gotta go to school, you gotta get a good job, work your way up the ladder, and all that sort of thing, whatever, right? And so I feel that spirit is really contradicting what I said at the very beginning, because it was, it's the daily contribution that really, over time, adds up to this really great success. I'm kind of feeling that with this spiritual, imaginative, watery, kind of subtle, dreamy energy of the High Priestess and the Princess of Cups, that spirit is saying, sometimes you just have to make that really huge leap. Yeah? And so I feel like I'm kind of being corrected here. But we had all of this earth energy, and so there was a theme that was building. But now that theme really got interrupted. Okay? We were really going in a particular direction here, and then Spirit kind of says, let me show you a different path. And it's, I think, really a message for us to dream bigger, aspire to more. But there's that practical side of us, there's that rational side of us that says it's safer to just save a penny a day, or save $1 a day, right? And just do it incrementally and try to be, responsible. So I don't know exactly what is going on with you. I feel like we're keeping this very practical energy. Of course, we want to make good choices every day, right? But I feel like Spirit is saying that you've got to dream bigger. You've got to really shoot for the stars here. What is the obstacle to this shift? I got the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a quickness. It's a swiftness. It's energy that's happening fast. Okay. And it really could be in your case with this Eight of Wands that we don't really react to surprises very well. Remember I said at the very beginning that it's like we like change, but we like to kind of know that it's within a certain parameter. We like to kind of have fun driving, but we're going to stay in our lane. You know, we don't like going off road. We don't like surprises unless we're sort of expecting them. But I feel like this is something now that maybe it's an opportunity. Maybe it is just kind of a dream or a vision, or really this just kind of sudden download from Spirit for you. But it's happening so fast that it almost gives us a little bit of anxiety because it feels drastically different. It feels like it is, it's kind of, instead of this incremental, slow progress, let's say we're just on a very slow moving train, suddenly now Spirit wants to put us on a rocket ship and we're just, wait a second. You know, that's a little bit too much change, a little bit too soon, right? And I think that might give us a little bit of anxiety where we just are kind of like, I don't know what to do. Okay. This is also a card of a lot of creative possibilities, you know. So we're, maybe you're shooting for the rainbow, you know. So maybe there's even a part of like we're being told to dream big. We're being given the keys to this rocket ship, but it's just like, I don't know where to go. Because we've been in this very practical earth energy for a long time. Maybe I don't know what I'm dreaming of anymore. Maybe I haven't connected with my inner child to really be able to discern what my dream is. What is it? What is that big thing that I want to aspire to? What is that big, meaningful, emotional, imaginative dream aspiration that I have? Maybe the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Wands saying, I don't know, but I better figure it out quick. Okay. Final outcome card. Ooh, Seven of Cups. We've got to hurry with this because look, 7 and 7. Okay. Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups. This is us kind of. It's heart and mind, right? So it's our thinking and our feeling here that are getting in the way, that are kind of, it's almost like we're surrounding this opportunity. It's happening so fast, but it's kind of like we're apprehensive. And it's almost, God, I almost feel like we're getting a little stuck in our feelings with it. Like it's, we know it's something that Spirit is prompting us to do. And it's kind of like, yeah, we're getting the keys to that rocket ship, but I don't know where exactly I want to go. And the more I kind of stew about it, the greater the chance the opportunity is going to slip away. And then where are we left? We're left in that Seven of Cups. So there is a kind of this sinking feeling. It's kind of this, the more indecisive we are, the more we can feel the opportunity kind of slipping out of our reach. Okay? So we don't want to end up in the swamp. We don't want to get to that Seven of Cups. And we will get to the Seven of Cups via the Seven of Swords. Okay? I feel like this is, the High Priestess is the outcome that we want, right? We want to heed the message of Spirit. We want to know exactly what it is, and what we want to do these two. This is it, the dream and the communication of that dream, the realization of that potential, and we don't want to be bogged down by our thoughts or our feelings, because these are, if we indulge in these, then I think this opportunity is going to pass us by. So this is happening fast, and we've got to get on board this rocket ship before it's too late. Let's look at the mystery card. The Ace of Pentacles up here, I feel like this is us knowing that this is a perhaps a new path. Okay. Let's see what we have. I hope it's the Star card, your power card, your superpower. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. All right. I'm hoping for the Star card or something to show that there is a decisive action being made. That we've come to a decision, we've made a choice, and we're acting on it. I want to see an action, you know. The Star would be perfect. Let's see what we have. We've got a 4 of Wands here. The 4 of Wands is about completion. It's about a cycle ending. The 4 of Wands really could be it might be a stretch, but a manifestation of that choice, that will, right? It's the fire energy that's being put into a structure of a 4, which is at least a kind of a solid thing. But I feel that this is a confirmation that this is a temporary opening in the fabric of space and time for you. That this is something, it's really like the earth has opened up and there's this yawning chasm, and you got to hurry up and do whatever because it's going to close again. A wormhole is appearing in front of you, and you got to follow your instinct. You got to follow your intuition because it's going to close. And the 4 is that temporary thing. The 4 reminds us that things are temporary, because the 4 is kind of like that spiritual fire manifesting on earth, but eventually it's going to go back to, you know, the spiritual realms. It's like that campfire, you know. On our journey, we sometimes have to stop for the night. We will gather some stones or whatever, we'll make a circle, we'll put our fire in the middle of the circle, and we'll enjoy it for a time being. But we know that in the morning, we're going to have to extinguish the fire and put the stones back where we found them, and we're going to have to keep going. It's a temporary thing, and this reminds us that everything is impermanent, okay? That opportunities, when they knock, they will knock one time, and then they'll go to the next house, you know? It's not like those door-to-door salesmen. They'll just keep knocking, you know? This is something that is fleeting. It's something that maybe is an inspiration. Maybe it is this dream or this vision that you have. We don't want to let this pass us by. Okay? And this feels like you're being given a finite amount of time to take advantage of this before it then is time to move on. Okay? So as much as I wish this could show us like some sort of a decision and an action and some sort of forward progress, I feel like this is like Morpheus saying, you got a red pill and a blue pill. I'm going to give you a minute to decide, and that's it. You know, it's a lot of these mystery schools that when a candidate wishes to join, when a neophyte or a probationer wishes to join, it's basically, you know, I'm going to give you to the end of the day, or I'm going to give you to the end of this sentence to decide. If there's any hesitation, the opportunity's gone. The wormhole closes, you know. That's what I feel like is going on. I feel like there's something now that's taking us out of our very routine, very productive, but very incremental, and again, very kind of routine earth energy. And it really is, I mean, this is heavy stuff. All this earth. And then because of this message, this dream, this intuition, whatever this flash of insight is, whatever this message is that's coming to you via this high priestess, it's opening up all the rest of this. And this is just confusion. It's kind of it's a heartache, all right? It's an urgency, but it's also an opportunity. It's a potential, really, to chase one of these dreams down. But it's such an abrupt thing. You know, here we are, just minding our own business, farming the land, and then suddenly there's this big yawning chasm in our. You know what it reminds me of is the show that's on Amazon right now, the Outer Range, right? Josh Brolin. Great show. I really do like it. And really, there's this big yawning chasm in the middle of his field, and it's wild. I feel like that opportunity is not going to be there forever, and we can go back to this very steady, stable plan, or we can just shoot for the stars and go after this thing. Right? But something is bringing you that awareness. Something is bringing that opportunity to you, and it is the message from Spirit, and it's going to be in your face kind of message, right? And I don't know exactly what that is, if it's a dream, if it's some major synchronicity. It's not just like little signs and symbols here and there. This is like a big something, that kind of pulls you out of yourself and, offers something to you. Yeah. Very interesting. We're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. There's a link in the corner. There should be one down below. New readings for Aquarius every Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Does not cost you anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from, especially if this is your first time here. I would love to hear from you. Welcome. Thank you for becoming part of the family. I want you all to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.